So hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Gayatri Magi, and yes, I am back with some new topic to discuss. And yes, so let me tell you a bit about myself. I'm currently an assistant professor and I teach business communications. Okay, so I am not certified soft skill trainer, okay, but I am a good public speaker. And eventually I had to ask myself, because there were questions being raised, that you are a good public speaker but you're not certified, you don't have that thappa that we want, the society wants, okay, or the education uh, institutions would ask for, okay. And still so then this contemplation began, that why am I so, why it's not something that I'm born with or I was born with, but why is it so that I am good at soft skills, that I speak confidently in front of a huge crowd, I can easily speak with them, there's no fear, why is it happening? And it's then, like, when I was just looking back into myself, I realized that a lot of it comes from my parents. It's not that they are public speakers, they have always, they would always shy away from taking any opportunity where they had to speak with people. But yes, they are the only source because of which I am a good public speaker today. Okay, and because I'm an assistant professor, okay, we are public speakers, and it doesn't just come in one day. But so I just took this opportunity to list down those 4 to 5 things which I feel are very important, because I think even my parents didn't realize that they are in fact using some techniques to make me a good orator. Okay, so I could actually sum up these lessons that I received from my parents and share it with you all today. So very thankful and grateful to my parents for that. So the very first thing is participation. So when I get into the class, I always get that, ma'am, there's a lot of stage fright. They fear the stage. They can't go. I've had students who to whom I give opportunities to speak up, and they will go blank. They will look at me. They'll keep looking at me, and they'll go blank. They can't face the audience. So what happens is, it's a lot of fear. So everything that I'm going to say right now is from my own experience. I remember that my parents pushed me on stage. Since the time I was a baby, I was a toddler, sorry. They have been pushing me on stage for every other opportunity, right from my nursery, from a playgroup nursery to my entire schooling. I remember my parents being so enthused about all the events that would be happening. That is why I was amazing at my extracurriculars, especially those elocution competitions and those fancy dress and those dance competitions and skits and dramas and plays. I've always been there on stage because they took the initiative and they had the enthusiasm, and they would work day in and day out to prepare content for me, to prepare those dresses for me, and to make sure that I was ready to perform. So there has been a lot that always gets involved, and they took that initiative and they made me hit the stage even before I knew what stage fright is. Okay, that was very important, and that is what happened with me. So I always loved the stage. I always, even today, if I am performing somewhere, I love being there. I love being on the stage. And auditoriums, they are my favorite place. Theaters, my favorite place. Okay, so the very first thing to face your fears is to face the fear. For you, it is the stage. Go and be on the stage. Do not miss out on any speaking opportunity that you might get. Okay, take that opportunity, seize that moment. ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा, ज्यादा से ज्यादा क्या होगा, लोग हंसेंगे, ठीक है, because they are not courageous enough to do that. You at least had the guts to go on the stage, or even if it is in an open forum, you had the guts within you, you took the courage to speak up. That is important. Okay, so keep that fear aside. Even if you're feeling it, feel it, it's okay, but do not stop yourself from speaking up. Okay, your doubt would be silly, you would be mocked at, you would be laughed, you would be joked at. It is all fine, because people forget. And it is not also about people forgetting. You will feel good. Okay, because communication, soft skills, they are not something that you learn in a classroom by sitting on a bench. Okay, some theoretical concept that you will take within you, and then you think, okay, now I know how to speak. It is not going to happen that way. When it comes to public speaking, you have to go out there and take every opportunity to speak. उसी से practice होता है. Experience is going to be your only teacher, because with every experience you will realize that I can be better. Even now when I am delivering this content, I know I can get better. So the very first thing, if there is stage fright, face the stage. Okay, very first thing. The second thing is, okay, now many of the times what I've observed is, when you're speaking, now you have taken that opportunity, now you go on the stage, now you're talking. What you do is, you take one person in the audience and you start looking at them, and you have made that person your emotional anchor. Okay, now that person has to listen to you, because many a times that person is like nodding at you. Okay, they're trying to understand, so you feel that this person is listening to me. Entire time that particular presenter ends up looking only at that one person. Okay, because they are scared to look at other people. Okay, one of the very good qualities, one of the greatest qualities of a good public speaker is the one who looks at everybody in the eye. Okay, now it might not come very soon, it might not happen easily. So what is important is to look at them at their forehead, or look at the wall behind them. Okay, right behind their head. Okay, to do that, now what happens is, they feel that you are looking at them, where in case you are not looking at them in the eye. This is something I remember doing in school during the elocution competition, because I knew that time that making an eye contact was very important. But I was already anxious and nervous that, it's a competition, that adds all the more pressure on you. So what I started doing was, I started looking at the walls behind that particular person. So they felt that I'm looking at it. So you're covering like the entire audience. Now that is something which is very important, and something my parents all taught me, a hack that they gave me. Next is your expressions. They don't have to be overly done, which I used to do in my school during the oral examination, where I felt that, oh, I am prepared. Okay, I am thoroughly prepared with my content. अब मैं बोलूँगी, और अब मैं ऐसे बोलूँगी कि मैं दिखा के बोलूँगी. So I would have the kind of expressions on which people would laugh. They will literally end up laughing looking at my expression, especially the teacher, because I would do it so intensely. So that is not required. But at the same time, there are people who do not have any kind of expressions on face, and the only expression is fear. Okay, they just want to get it done. They just want to get rid of it. Rid of just saying their part and getting off stage. Enjoy that moment. Take your pauses. Okay, look at them. And go a little slowly. Feel what you are trying to express. When you feel what you are trying to express, your naturally your expressions get into the correct mode. That is important. Okay, because I remember seeing a TED talk by James Cameron sir, and he did not have any kind of expressions on his face. Me and my entire class of students, we were analyzing him as a public speaker, and we realized that he doesn't, when it comes to expression, he did not have any facial expressions, but his content was so strong. Okay, but still you would feel like listening to him for that 18 minutes or 17 minutes that he was speaking. So when you feel what you are trying to say, you naturally have those expressions and that confidence built within you. Okay, so do not just make a content for the sake of it, but make sure that it has a part of you within it. It is authentic. Okay, next is body your body posture and your hand gestures. Okay, so there are people who would be like very closed, okay, and their hands would be like, clutched very tightly with each other, and their shoulders would be drooped. They show very low self-confidence. It easily, even before you start speaking, people come to know whether you are confident or not confident. Okay, you have to make people believe that you are confident even if you're anxious within, because it's a normal human trait. You are going to feel nervous, you are going to feel anxious, but you have to face it. It's okay to feel it. I feel it even today. Even as I'm talking right now, I have a bit of anxiety within me that am I giving out the correct content. So ये सब होने वाला है, ठीक है? But your hand gestures have to be open, they don't have to be closed. When you are addressing someone, make sure it is, I'll just show it, it is open and you're not pointing out at them. Okay, make sure that you are using those correct body postures. And lastly, I would say, which my parents made me do a lot, and that is practice. Practice as much as you can, because that is going to help you not only memorize your content, which is important, but once you memorize the content, it gives you a lot of opportunity to improvise it, so that you come to know that you have something more to work on. Here I can add a little bit of humor. Okay, this I can say a little differently. So if you have family and friends who can sit with you and work with you on this, please do that. For me, they were my parents. They would sit, both of them would sit with me and make sure that I would speak, and they would help. They would tell me to stop at places, and then they would rectify it, and then again I would begin. So I would recite my elocution so many times in advance that when it came to the competition, I just was speaking in front of the mic, and it was so easy. It would happen very easily. Okay, so these were those 5 tips, public speaking tips, and I think within these tips also there were many other subheaders or sub tips, you would say, that have always helped me be on the stage, voice my opinion, express myself, because this is strength. Okay, and this is going to take you to heights. It is going to help you stand up for yourself. It is going to help you get those opportunities and fulfill your dreams, because if you have everything within you and you are too scared to express, how are we going to grow, right? So, and yeah, there's one more tip that my life coach had given me, and that was to think that the other person doesn't know anything. Okay, where does this come from? When it gives you a sense of power, that what I'm trying to express, the other person doesn't know about it. Okay, that is also a very good hack, because I remember I can connect it with my dance performances when we do it on stage, where even if we make mistakes, we make it so gracefully. This is something my dance teacher told me: make your mistake so gracefully that the other person doesn't come to know. So okay, we are going to make mistakes, but with experience you'll even realize that you can make it very gracefully, and that is okay. So yeah, here were some tips to improve your public speaking. If you have enjoyed, do let me know, and if there's some help in any way I can help you with your soft skills, do let me know. And please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Stay blessed and have a great day ahead. Bye bye.